Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PQ React Open Call to second InfoDay. My name is Mikel Apesteguia from Exploro, one of the partners of PQ React project, leaders of the Open Calls Work Package. Here we have, you can see the faces of part of our project team. So thank you all for joining us today. We are excited to share the key details about the second open call and help you prepare your application. Whether you're already familiar with PQ React or this is your first time hearing about us, we hope today's sessions give you clarity and confidence to get involved and submit your application. So before we start with the agenda, just a couple of practical notes. This session is being recorded, and we will share the recording with all the participants in the follow-up email and also in our website, project website. If you have any questions during the presentation, please post them in the Q&A section. We will answer them during the Q&A slot at the end. And in case we cannot answer your question in the allocated time, please remember you can always reach us out to via the helpdesk email. And if we notice any recurring topics, we will make sure to include them in the FAQ section on our website. So going through the agenda, we will start with our welcome an overview of the project and the Open Call 2. This will be done by myself and by our great coordinators team, in this case, Sofia Garami-Ciani from National Center for Scientific Research, Democritos. Then we will go through the use cases. So first we will start with 5G and 6G architectures, use case 2 that will be presented by Victor Hernando from Telefonica. Then we will go through use case 4, Eclipse-Qrisp for PQC, that will be presented by Tobias Koppel from Focus Fraunhofer. Then we will go through the platform to show you how is the application form and the fields you will need to fill in to submit your application. Then we will have the Q&A sections for your questions, and then we will end the day with the pitching session. So let's jump right in the overview of the project. Please, Sofia, the floor is yours.
Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Sofia from National Center of Scientific Research Democritos in Greece. We're coordinating the project. Our project coordinator is Mr. Akis Kurtis. Unfortunately, he couldn't attend. He's traveling to Spain though. Hope everything is going to be okay. We're a diverse group. Most partners are from Southern Europe, but we also have representation from northern parts. Our consortium includes academia, industry, and companies of various sizes. We're now just halfway of the project. And our aim is to build a context and energy-aware framework for the hybrid transition between post-quantum and classical cryptography. We intend to validate post-quantum cryptography algorithms in various pilots, two of which will be presented today. We're also working to exploitate and promote these results through the open calls we're currently organizing and managing. That's from me.
Thank you very much, Sofia. So let's go into the core of the InfoDay, that it's the open call. This second open call of the project is about implementation. This call focuses on implementation, as a set of post-quantum cryptography solutions across our 4 strategic use cases. You can see the 4 use cases on the right side of the slide. We had an InfoDay last week about the use case 1 and use case 3. The recording will be available really soon in the website. So in case you are interested, you can take a look. Today we'll focus on use case 2, 5G and 6G architectures, and use case 4, Eclipse-Qrisp for PQC. Just highlight that each application should address one of the use cases. The duration of this open call will be 2 months. It started the beginning of April and will finish the 27th of May at 5 p.m. Central European Summer Time, so Brussels time. The budget for this open call is 650,000 euros. The call will fund 4 winners, so 1 per use case, which will bring up to 162 and 500,000 euros per project, per consortium. The open call, as I said, make sure that you submit your application before the deadline. And also take into account that if you have any question or any query, you can reach out us at the helpdesk email that is available in this slide. Then why apply to this open call? I mean, there are several reasons. The main one, obviously, is the direct funding, lump sum funding that we will provide to the funded projects. But it's not the only reason. Applying and being selected on this call, you will be part of a strategic European initiative working on real use cases, which are led at the same time, but some of the most strategic and important actors at European level in this sector. Also, you will contribute to the development of emerging cybersecurity standards. So basically, you are going to be part of the Europe's quantum cybersecurity future. And obviously, with all these points, you will gain visibility and recognition in the post-quantum cryptography space or sector. One of the most important slides of today is who can apply, or the eligible entities that are for this call. So we are looking for a consortia of 2 to 3 partners. From those 2 to 3 partners, at least 1 must be an SME and at least 1 must be a tech provider. The tech provider, just to clarify here, could be an SME, startup, university, or RTO. So we need those type of entities with this profile, but we are referring to the solution provider. So as I said at the beginning, this call is focused on implementation. So the idea is that one entity is a tech provider, is providing a solution, and then we have the consortia that is implementing it together. Also, we have as eligible entities, SMEs, startup, universities, RTOs, but also NGOs and foundations that could be this third partner. Also, really important that all entities must be legally established in Horizon Europe eligible countries. This means member states and associated countries as per the updated list of the EC when the call was launched. So in case you would like to check if you are from a eligible country, please, if you are from an associated country, check the call documentation. Also, some additional rules to keep in mind. SMEs and startups can only be part of one application, and universities and RTOs, referring to larger entities, can submit only one application per research group. Please take this into account. You will have some eligibility questions in the application form, but to keep in mind these rules. Also, I will repeat this along all the session, but please carefully read all the documentation of the call before applying. So this means the guideline for applicants, the technical analysis, and the FAQs, because they contain key details on eligibility, use case scope, expected results, and so on. Regarding the timeline of the process of the open call, as I said, we'll have 2 months for the when the call will be open. During this timeline or time frame, you will have these InfoDays and pitching sessions available, and also you will have the helpdesk email in case you have any question. Then we will have the evaluation period that will last around 2 months from June to July of this year. This encompasses 7 steps that are first, the eligibility check. So we will verify that your consortium meets all the eligibility criteria that is established in the official call documentation. Then we will have an alignment check that basically here the use case leaders will assess whether your proposal is aligned and is viable, important, within the selected use case. Then it will be an external evaluation. So each proposal will be reviewed by 2 independent evaluators to ensure fairness and transparency. Then we will have the normalization of scores. So we will normalize the final scores to avoid bias and rank proposals fairly. Then we will go with the selected, the pre-selected projects through the legal validation. So basically, the pre-selected consortia will check to confirm they meet all the legal and entity type requirements. And finally, if everything goes well, we'll have the subgrantee agreement that will be basically the formalization of the contract between each selected consortium and the PQ React coordinator. And last but not least, obviously the most important part will be the execution of the funded projects that will last up to 12 months. It will be from starting from August this year till July next year. So we will dive now into the use cases. So we will start with use case 2, 5G and 6G architectures that will be presented by Victor Hernando from Telefónica. So please, Victor, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. As Miguel said, I'm Victor from Telefónica. For those who don't know, Telefónica is the biggest telco company here in Spain and one of the biggest in Europe. And we are the leaders of the use case 2, 5G and 6G architectures. So next slide, please. Okay, so as a general description of this use case, we're seeking to leverage PQC and QKD hybridization approaches related to 5G and beyond architectures. This means that we want to investigate their application as protection mechanisms for the network infrastructure, specifically related with critical network environments. So the challenges we're addressing with this use case are integration of standard QKD architectures and PQC in 5G networks, quantum secure certificate management automation solutions for 5G infrastructure, cryptagility solutions for 5G scenarios, and performance and impact evaluation for the PQC use and QKD adoptions in the 5G network. So next slide, please. Okay, so regarding the objectives that we want to address with this use case, your application must address one of or both of these objectives. The first one is integration of QKD and PQC in networks interconnections. We want to address roaming scenarios and associated control scenarios. So that means that we want to evaluate performance impact of the integration of QKD, PQC, and hybridization techniques in comparison with classical techniques in roaming scenarios. We want to measure the impact of these solutions regarding IT resource consumption as CPU usage, memory usage, network resource consumption like bytes per second, packets per second, network performance like delay in the establishment of the secure channel, packet overhead, fragmentation, etc., and techno-economical cost of other alternatives. The second objective that we want to address is automatization of certificate management transition to quantum safe solution. We want to evaluate the performance impact of the management protocols for certificate delivery and use needed by 5G networks, components, and service based on quantum secure mechanism as PQC and QKD. Here we want to evaluate PQC algorithm selection to address certificate demands in the 5G network, good practice and guidelines to deploy certificate management solution, and scalability analysis of these solutions. Expected outcomes for this scenario are in identification of recommended approach support by results. Okay, so next slide, please. So regarding the implementation of these solutions, the project will be executed in a virtualized and programmable infrastructure environment that will allow participants to deploy their 5G functionalities, specifically those related to roaming connectivity and certificate management. Just a note, we're not expecting anything regarding radio functionalities. So thus, radio functionalities are out of the scope of this use case. Also, we highly recommend use the open source solutions. Here you have a list of the open source solutions that we are using right now in the use case and that align really well with our objectives. So for the 5G network simulation, We are using Open5GS and NeuroRun Sim. I think there's another one called Free5GS that is also good. For performance evaluation framework, we are using Cuyata as it binds really well with another use case in this project. For PKI solutions, OpenSSL. For crypto libraries, LiveOQS. And if someone needs to emulate QKD, we have a network digital twin called QDito, which is open source too, and we can provide you with that. Next slide, please. So Leslie, the completion criteria for this use case. You have to deliver all the developed tools and applications to address the objectives, especially those proprietary solutions. We need to have the license manual and support during the project lifetime. Also, it's not here in the presentation, but in open source tools, it had to be open to the public at all times, as usual. Also, complete integration and functional solution covering the previous tools from different participants are granted. Completed documentation detailing the architecture design of the project software involved, KPI defined, test executed, result, and other recommendations regarding the use case. And lastly, solution demonstration and presentation on public event or dedicated Pico React consumption event. Just as a final note, we suggest to follow up existing standard recommendations such as 3GPP, ETSI, IETF for the PQ transition design decision, such as QKD, PQC, and hybridization algorithms or performance KPIs to measure. And yes, adopt an open source solution is always better for this use case.
Thank you very much, Victor. So as I said at the beginning, please, if you have any question regarding the technical use case, please include it in your Q&A section of the or the chat, and we will address them at the end of the session. So now we are going through the use case for Eclipse-Qrisp for PQC that will be presented by Tobias Koppel from Focus Fraunhofer. So please, Tobias, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Tobias Koppel. I'm from Fraunhofer Focus. So first of all, Fraunhofer is one of the largest research labs for industry-related research, I guess even in Europe. And our institute Focus, which is named Focus, stands for Fraunhofer for Open Communication Systems. Together with my colleague René Zander, I'm responsible for this use case. Next slide, please. So we both of us, we belong to the section Quality Engineering at Fraunhofer Focus, which is mainly focused on smart city applications and which is in particular important for this called quantum computing. So next slide. And then we can proceed. And the task we want to present for this use case is here to design and build a small framework using our software Qrisp to identify parameters that could be used to make PQC algorithms, in particular lattice-based crypto systems, safe. Next slide. So as you certainly know, so for post-quantum cryptography, we aim for crypto systems that are secure both against classical and quantum computers. And in terms of Pico React, our team focuses on key encapsulation mechanisms. These are algorithms sharing secret keys over a public channel that can be used for secret key crypto algorithms. Next slide. One famous example is RSR, which is regarded to be broken by Shor's algorithm. And this motivates to propose further schemes, and one of them are lattice-based encryption systems or signatures. Next slide. And what is Eclipse-Qrisp? So Qrisp is a high-level programming language our team is creating. It enables to compile quantum algorithms and implement them in a convenient way. Next slide. Within our work, we developed different algorithms, such as quantum Fourier transform, quantum phase estimation, or in particular focused on P-Code-React. We implemented Shor's algorithm and several other algorithms that can be used to attack methods that are regarded as post-quantum safe. Okay. Next slide. One remarkable feature of Qrisp is, for example, that in contrast to other programming quantum languages, you have quantum variables. Next slide. For example, so we have, for all the known data types you have in standard programming language, float, bool, character, string, you have the quantum versions there, and this allows, for example, to implement a simple task like computing the product of 3 and 4 in a very compact way. So on the right-hand side, you have the Qrisp version. On the left-hand side, you have the Qiskit version, and you see that our version is quite compact. And using a simulator, obviously, it yields the result 12 with a probability of 1. However, this is not always the case when you go on nowadays real hardware, and therefore, next slide. Qrisp also Qrisp also offers you a simulator such that you can test up to quantum circuits with 100 qubits. In simple cases, you can use this program to test your program for your implementation. Next slide. Here further information can be found on our webpage qrisp.eu and on this GitHub. Next slide. Here's one example that we implemented in Qrisp, Shor's algorithm, which gives you exponential speed up factorizing numbers, which is important in terms of RSR. Next slide. This we can skip. We go directly to the results. Here. Shor's algorithm sounds very simple, but it's difficult to implement. What you can see here in this slide, in particular, the lower right corner, is that when you go, when you test or want to factorize numbers from starting to 15 to, I think the highest one was 49. Our circuits are smaller compared to the ones using other frameworks. And further below here, you see how you can call Shor's algorithm in Qrisp. Okay, next slide. But in terms of P-Code-React, we of course do not focus on RSA and Shor, but we want to investigate further crypto systems like the ML-Chem, which is described next slide in this report, this NIST report you probably know, which is released. This is not the latest version, so last August in 2024, a new version was released, and we want to investigate actually this crypto system, how safe it is in terms of quantum attacks. Okay, next slide. And what could be investigated? So in terms of this or breaking this crypto system, you have to solve an LWE problem, which is the underlying mathematical problem using quantum computer or algorithms. So this could be one possible way to study within this project. Another one, which is very interesting for us, is to investigate the resilience of this crypto system against side channel attacks, and of course we want also to study its computational efficiency, for example in terms of key sizes. Okay, here are some references related to this topic, also from our own side, what we did in terms of P-Code-React, and we would be happy to have you as a project partner in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tobias. So I see there is some questions already. So please, yes, take advantage of this opportunity to ask the direct questions to the use case leaders. So now I will go to the practical side of the InfoDay. So I will go basically through the Pick-React website to show how to apply, how to fill in the application form, so you can see all the fields and how to complete them. It is quite intuitive, but this demo will ensure you are clear on the structure, requirements, and so on. So let me stop sharing my screen and go directly. Yeah, I guess you see the screen properly. So this is basically the our website, project website. Here is I'm in the home. So we have a section related to the open calls. So you will need to go here. You will see we have several sub pages that are related to the first open call winners, the first open call for evaluators, and so on. We have a call for evaluators that is open but is closing today at 5 p.m. just in case you want to take a look. And then you will need to go to open call to implement. So basically here you will have all the necessary information for the application. It's a summary of the call, the dates, why should you apply, the brief summary of the use cases, who can apply, some recommended steps for the application, and this is the most important part of the webpage, of the open call webpage, that is related to the call documentation. So here you will be able to download all the call official documentation. That is, as I said at the beginning, really important to be read it and to make sure you comply with all the eligibility aspects and also about the scope of the use cases. Then we'll have the InfoDays. So afterwards here will be available the recordings of these InfoDays and pitching sessions. But to apply, you will need to go here to the Apply Today button. You will click here and it will direct you to the Explorer platform where you will need to log in for the application. Here you will see at the bottom of the page that you will have Pick-React OC2 for applicants. You will need to log in with a user. You will just need basic information. So yes, name, email, and so on. It's really easy. Once you log in, you will need to start an application. In case you have a user already, you won't need to do this because it will done it automatically. It will redirect you to the call. But just in case, if you are starting a new application, we have several applications that are currently open. So make sure you select the right one. In this case, Pick-React OC2 for applicants. For new users, also really important, make sure you double check your email because you will need to validate your email. So sometimes it goes to the spam folder. So just in case, double check because you need to validate it. Otherwise, you will not be able to prepare and submit the application. So I will go through the test here. So here you will have the application form. In the left side, you will see the navigation menu. So basically are all these sections of the application form. And in case there is any missing or incorrect information, you will have here an icon highlighting that you need to correct something or include something there. Here you have the save buttons. So just in case, the platform saves automatically any change you will make, but you always have also the save button just in case you want to make sure. Then we will have first the legal and contact information. So basically the contact data of the main applicant of the proposal. Then you will have to choose if you are 2 or 3 partners. As I said before, we are looking for consortia of 2 to 3 partners. You will need to include the organization details of the first organization here, the type of the entity that you are in the case of organization 1. You will see some notes depending on the organization type you select. For example, for the SME startup, you will need to comply with the European Commission recommendation about SME definition. So you have here a note and the links to the EC official documents. In case you are a university, it will ask you a question about the unique proposal per research group. Then you could already include the logo of the organization. This just in case, make sure if you include it is good quality, because in case you are selected and funded, this will be the logo that we will share in our social media and the website and so on. Then you will need to do the same for the second organization. And then you will have the second section that will be eligibility self-declarations. So here you will basically need to answer the eligibility questions to make sure that you are you self-declare that you are eligible for this call. Then we will have the project description. So you will have to include the project name, acronym, and so on. Also for the general description, please make sure that this description is a proper one, as in case you are selected and funded, this will be the summary of the project that will be published in our social media channels and the website. Then you will need to select the use case you are applying or you are addressing, and then you will have some technical questions, let's say. Please, you will see that in each of these boxes, you will have maximum number of words, and in many cases also a minimum. This is obviously established to be to have the proper length of information for evaluators. Then we will have the technical excellence part. So you will have here some questions, the same, some boxes to define. Then the impact, here the same. And then the implementation. Here for the implementation, you will need to add the implementing team. So you will have by default already created a profile with, obviously the information will not be filled, but you will need to fill in, and you will need to add more team members. Please remember that the CVs must be in PDF format, so otherwise will not be eligible. So take this into account when you are preparing the application. Then you will need to, you see here that there are some minimum words required for some of the questions. So you will need to provide minimum those words. Then you will have to provide also for the implementation a Gantt chart of the project. Here again, make sure that the Gantt chart is in PDF format. It's mandatory again. And then we will follow with the communication section. Just take into account that for this open call, at least 25% of the KPIs established for the project should be focused in communication dissemination of the initiative. So you will need to address here the communication strategies that you will carry out during the project. So this is a multiple select question, so you can choose as much as you want. Then you will need to explain those. And then for the dissemination part, you will need to do the same. Again, select the strategies you will use for disseminating the results of the activity and the project, and then explain them. Also, you will need to agree to collaborate with our project in transversal dissemination and communication activities. And then you will have the privacy policy that you will need to accept to be able to, and the declaration of honor, to be able to submit an application. And lastly, this is optional, just in case you will need to define or indicate how you were informed about this open call. So also really important, please make sure to check your emails, because we will use them to send you reminders, confirmation emails once you submit your application, and also for the future evaluation process. So once we start with the evaluation process, we will contact you through those emails. So please make sure that they don't go to the spam folder. So in case we need to reach you out to require any information or provide you with evaluation results. So this could be regarding the application platform and the application form. You will see that once you click on review and submit button, you will have a review a screen that will appear, and it will, as the left menu, it will indicate you the incorrect information on the missing fields that you still need to fill in to be able to submit the application. If you don't correct those mistakes, take into account that you will not be able to submit your application. So this is regarding the application form and application platform. Please take into account that there is the helpless email. So there you can, let me start sharing again my screen. We include the slide with the helpless email. Make sure that you contact us with enough time in case you have any IT problem with the platform, in case you have any doubt regarding the application process and so on. The same for technical questions. Obviously, if you intend to apply to one of the use cases that have been presented today, this is the moment and the best opportunity to receive the answers from the leaders and to make sure your proposal is properly aligned with the use case. Otherwise, the helpless emails will be available through the whole timeline of the open call. Here is the website link also. And we can go, we are right on time. We can go to the Q&A part. So we will now go through the questions that you have posted in the Q&A section and the chat. As I said at the beginning, please, if we don't get to your question, I think we will have enough time, but you can always reach us to the helpless email, and if we see any recurring topic, we will include them in the FAQs section of the website. So now my colleagues, Maya and Marina, will help me with the Q&A.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So let's move on to the Q&A. For instance, we have 4 questions. So I will read them out, and the partners will answer them. So the first one is for use case 2, can free 5GC be used as core?
Yes, in principle, yes, you can use free 5G. Right now we're using Open5GS, but I think there won't be problems if you use free 5G.
Okay, thank you, Victor. Next one is directly to Tobias. And it says, what kind of HY platform do you use for Qrisp? Do you have benchmarking for Qrisp framework against the HY?
So first of all, Qrisp is intended for gate-based quantum computing, so not for annealers. So you cannot use, for example, hardware provided by D-Wave, but yeah, any other gate-based quantum computer can be used. We have also an interface for that, so that you can use tokens to access many different quantum backends. So, and yes, we have done some benchmarking. Yeah, the results are summarized in several papers of my colleagues. So if you are interested, you can write me a mail, or also René Zander. We can provide you with literature on that.
Okay, thank you, Tobias. Next question. I think it's more addressed to the open call technical issues. So it is, do you have advanced feasibility check during submission process?
Yes, thank you, Maria. So the answer is no, we don't have advanced feasibility check during the submission process. So we will only assess the submitted proposals once the deadline is reached. So we will have the alignment check that will be, as I said, after the deliverability check. We will assess there if the use case leaders, technical partners will assess there if the proposal is aligned with the use case and if it's feasible according to the proposed activities, the budget and the scope of the proposal. So it's is the applicant or the consortia the one that needs to ensure that this the proposal or application is feasible according to the budget, timeline, and use case scope.
Okay, thank you, Mikhail. And then the last one, is it possible for a large enterprise, in this case a telco operator, to be a member of a consortium? Or if not, is there any possibility that this enterprise could support the consortium? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so no, unfortunately, not large enterprises are not eligible for this call, so they cannot be part of the consortium. We are focusing only on, as I said, SMEs, startups, universities, RTOs, and NGOs and foundations. Regarding to support the consortium. If it's as an external expert, you could maybe, but this is up to you, include them as an advisory board for the project. But in any case, the large enterprise as an entity, they cannot participate in any way. And also take into account that you will have also the support of the technical partners of the project for the project in case you are selected and funded. But I mean, as a conclusion, large enterprises cannot participate in this call.
Okay, thank you. Then we have two more questions. So next question would be, can you explain more the part of technical parts in the application? Should we provide a attached file to explain technical parts, or short text description in the platform is enough?
Yeah, so you will need to provide the text directly in the platform. So the length of the text has been thought to be a proper length for the evaluators to have the minimum and also the maximum, because we have limited resources for in terms of time. So the length indicated in the platform is the one that you should follow. And you must need to follow or to include the technical questions directly in the platform. So you cannot attach any file. You can only attach the PDF and the Gantt chart of the project. I hope that's enough clear. Otherwise, if you have any specific question regarding any of the technical parts, please let us know or reach out the help desk email and we'll help you to go through it.
Thank you, Mikhail. Next question is, how is the project budget required on the submission application?
Yeah, good question. So for the budget, obviously it needs to be, I think it will be easier to go to the platform again to show this part. Just a second. So you will need to provide, I'm not sharing my screen. In the implementation part, you will need to add the team members. You will need to add the task in which they are involved, and you will need to give us a detailed activity plan that will include all the I mean the budget. The activity plan will require all the budget of the proposal. This means that you will need to provide the split of the budget according to the maybe we should specify more here, but we will update it accordingly. You will need to provide us with a budget split of between all the partners. Which one will be in charge of each of the tasks of the project as any usual EU funded project, and also the categories. So it doesn't need to be really detailed the related budget, but you will need to provide us with the cost category of each of the parts of the budget of the application. But we will make sure, because I'm seeing that maybe it's not completely clear in the application form. So we will probably update this during today and tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Mikel. So I think that's everything regarding the questions. If you don't have any more, now you remember that you also have, as Mikel said, the help desk that you can refer there your questions, and we will try to answer them as soon as possible. So thank you.
Thank you, Marina. So yeah, thank you very much for all those. I'm gonna start again sharing my screen. Sorry for that. Thank you all for joining today's InfoDay. Now we will have a short session that will be basically to give you the opportunity to share your contact details, to present yourself, and to pitch any idea or interest you will have in this session. You will have in this call. We hope today's InfoDay has been useful, and that the information shared helps you to prepare a strong and successful proposal. So thank you again, and we look forward to receive your applications. Please feel free to stay in the call, as we will have now a short roundtable and a pitch presentation. And yeah, thank you again. We will have, for those that you are staying, we will have 5 minutes break. So you give you the opportunity to go to the bathroom or to grab a coffee. We will have also the opportunity from our side to give you access to the camera and the mic, so you can present yourselves. And if in case you would like to share your contact details with other participants in the call, please feel free to do it through the chat. Just take into account that this is a short session to allow you to matchmake with other participants in the call and try to find the right partner. Yeah, so we see each other at 11:55, and thank you. Welcome again. Thank you for all those that you stayed in the call. So as I said at the beginning, this is basically time to give you the opportunity to reach out with or to contact with other possible partners for the application process. As you know, you need to build a consortium for this call, so this part is aimed to foster that collaboration. So basically, we have quite a lot of people registered for this session, but we did not have like much interest to pitch the ideas directly through this session. So what we will do is we will follow our roundtable, where you could present yourselves and tell which is your organization and which is your interest or what are you working on related to this call. Obviously, this is not mandatory. Please feel free to do it. But it's not mandatory. So I will follow the list of attendees. I will tell your name, and please don't be shy and present yourselves to the rest of the participants. Afterwards, we will have also pitch. Yes, let me confirm that the pitch, the person is connected. But yeah, we will start with the roundtable first. So I will start with the list. Anastasios Karavelis. If you don't answer, I guess you will not like to present yourself, so I will jump to the next one. Hachi Mehmet. José Álvaro Fernández. Mahdi Darudi.
Hi, good morning. Maybe I can kind of explain shortly. This is Mahdi Darudi. I'm R&D manager at Neutron. We are an SME based in Spain. So we are working on the 5G and 6G network, kind of facilitating the deployment of the network. So we are interested to kind of participate in this open call as an SME who can provide the 5G and 6G technology. But well, for the cryptography part, we probably have some candidate for kind of teaming up with them and kind of creating a consortium. But it's I will kind of appreciate if anybody else can kind of provide that us and kind of do the consortium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mahdi.
And also I guess we are targeting use case 2.
Thanks for that. Thank you very much. So just in case you would like to share your contact details, please feel free to do it through the chat of the event, and I will follow with the rest. So Mario Calonge. Okay. Michal Krelina.
Hello. So my name is Michal Krelina. I'm from QDEF. It's a small startup from Netherlands, from Delft. We are focusing actually more for QKD, so I'm here more exploring what is opportunity for QKD. Specifically, we focus on security analysis of QKD and its implementation. So if you want to deploy in your, let's say, critical infrastructure or classified infrastructure, we are building a quantum threat intelligence platform with a list of all attacks and so on, and partly certification. So, and as I said, I'm exploring if there could be interesting opportunity, because telco is not a priori our target, especially in combination with PQC. So yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. So next one, Miralem Mexic, in case you would like to present yourself. Next one, Monica Beck. Next one, Noel Farrugia. Next one, Paolo Di Francesco. Okay. Next one, Paula Wojciech. Sorry for the spelling.
Hello, my name is Wojciech Pawlak from Hubrom, which is Deutsche Telekom Technology Incubator. We are part of Deutsche Telekom research and development branch. So half of the team is located in Berlin, half of the team is located in Poland. The question if the telco operator could be a part of the consortium, that was a main question. Yeah, because we are considering some joint initiatives with one of the startup from our ecosystem. So this is why I'm here. But now after this answer, it's much more clear the possible position we could take, and the most probably we step in only as you suggested in the form of advisory maybe for our startup from our ecosystem. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question and for presenting yourself. Yeah, next one will be Prachi Bawalkar. And next one, yay. I don't know how to spell it, sorry. I think a few more attendees have been joining these last few minutes. So we were doing a roundtable just in case you would like to present yourself. As I said, this is your opportunity to matchmake with other participants. In case you don't want to present yourself, just feel free to include your contact details. I see that already some of the participants include them in the chat. So now we will follow with a pitch. I'm not sure if it's here. Marina, can we confirm that Deepak is here? I don't see him connected.
No, I can't see him.
I saw that he
Yeah,
posted a question.
He was here in the InfoDay, but now he's not here.
Okay. Okay. So there is no pitch, unfortunately. Thank you all for joining us today. Yeah, Magdi, Narudi.
Yeah, since we are finishing, may I have another question? Since we are looking for a partner in the consortium, so there is one question here that for the eligibility. So you kind of clearly mentioned that there should be one kind of SME who's supposed to kind of be the technology developer, and probably one research center and one university with their role would be kind of technology provider. But in this case, in use case 2, so we are dealing with two different technology, one 5G and 6G, and the other one, quantum cryptography. So most probably, since I was looking for a partner, so there is this situation that we kind of participate as a SME, but we need to kind of team up with another probably SME or research center, which they are kind of providing the other 50% of the technology, which is the cryptography. So in this case, we might be two SMEs. One SME is contributing for the 5G, and the other SME is contributing for the quantum cryptography. So is it going to kind of pass the eligibility? Because none of us is not don't take the rule of the technology provider for the entire use case. Each of us is contributing exactly for the 50% for both technology provider and the technology developer. Are we going to kind of pass the eligibility, or we do need to have some research center who has the knowledge for both the technology?
Yeah, thank you very much for your question, and it's a really good point because I did not mention before, but the tech provider is a role that we are seeking because this call is focusing on implementation. So we don't, which is not gonna be funded in this open call, will be the development of solutions without implementation. So this role seeks for that. But in your case, that you are two SMEs and both of you are providing a part of the solution and you both are implementing it, that will be eligible, totally eligible. Just to make it clear. And you don't need to have a university or research center as far as you have obviously all the necessary resources to carry out the project, to implement the project properly. So the idea is that there is a solution that is that is already developed or almost developed, and we implemented that solution. But you can totally apply if you are two SMEs with a part of the technology and you implement it. I'm not sure if I have been completely clear, but yes, if you have any other doubt, yes, please feel free to jump in again. I guess I see thanks in the chat, so I guess I was clear enough. Yeah, so thank you very much for all of you for joining us today for this second InfoDay and short pitching session. I see that some of you already shared your contact details in the chat, so that's good. The idea of this is that you have you can find new partners to submit the application. Thanks again for joining, and we hope to see your applications in the next weeks. Please feel free to reach us in case you have any question. And as I said at the beginning, I think we will need to modify and update the application form a bit to make it more clear the budget definition. Apart from that, thanks very much, and yeah, good luck with the application. Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.